Bake what you want. Bake gluten-free. Bake what you want with Buns by Orly.
So we put a light layer of flour on our work surface. Now we're going to put a light layer of flour on top of our dough. And we're going to watch this dough come together very nicely. We want to kind of mold this into a ball, because after we mold it into a ball, we're going to be rolling it out. So you can see when you add a little bit of gluten-free flour to your dough, it makes it a lot more pliable and flexible. It's not sticking to my hands. And now we're going to start rolling. We're going to roll into a rectangular shape. You just want to make sure that it's as even as possible rectangle. Flip it from side to side. It allows me to get a more even roll. Don't be afraid to add more flour to your work surface if you find it's getting a little sticky. I'm going to give it one more roll just to thin it out. You want it to be pretty thin to get the most out of your dough, but not too thin that it'll start breaking. As you can see, we've rolled our dough into a nice rectangle. I'm just using my hands to even out the edges. And we're going to use a pastry brush to pretty much just paint this on top of the dough. And we want to cover the entire dough with butter. And this butter is going to allow our cinnamon mixture, or cinnamon sugar mixture, to stick. And now we can start sprinkling. So you want to cover the entire surface of the dough with the cinnamon sugar mixture. So start with the end and just flip it over like that. And then we're just going to keep rolling evenly. If your dough starts breaking, just add more Buns by Orly Manhattan blend to prevent it from breaking and to let it stick together. We rolled it into a pretty tight cylinder with the crease on the bottom. We're using a square aluminum pan. You can use round pan. And we're going to spray the pan. This prevents from sticking to the bottom of the pan and also gives them a nice sort of artisan cafe look. If you have some extra room, don't worry, because when we're putting them in the oven, they'll get larger and they'll spread. We're gonna coat the outside with some oil or butter, just to give it that extra sort of crispiness when it bakes in the oven and a nice buttery finish.